Now, with more than 6 years experience in company registration with the Corporate Affairs Commission, I've come to the conclusion that you cannot go through a particular year or a particular period of time that you would not have issues with Corporate Affairs Commission. Now, over the years, we've scaled through from one different form of different ways to resolve issues with the Corporate Affairs Commission to another. Right now, it is more difficult to get issues resolved with CAC, right? So the question now is, when you have an issue with the registration, let me give you an instance. You are carrying out the registration, and the registration seems at a point in time you notice that you cannot add a proprietor or you cannot add any director in the business. What do you do? Once you get stuck, there seems to be no way out. Or you've been carrying out the registration, and for almost 2 to 3 months, that registration is still pending and yet to be approved. After several different methods or different things you've done, that registration is still not attended to. Now, it's obvious that this issue can only be resolved by the Corporate Affairs Commission. So, how do you get in contact with CAC when you find yourself in issues like this? And what do you do to make sure that issues like this, when they come up, you have somebody you can reach out to get them sorted? I'm going to be walking you through this video to show you different ways you can use to contact CAC whenever you find yourself in any of the issues I've mentioned or any other one that you might be facing currently. My name is Akimbola Ezekiel, and without further ado, let's go into the video. Now, I have a slide I've created, and the slide reads how to get help from the Corporate Affairs Commission. It's a complete guide, right? So the first thing I'll be showing you in the guide is this, that number one, you will need these phone numbers. Now, these phone numbers are different phone numbers you can use to reach out to the Corporate Affairs Commission. And the truth is that most of these phone numbers, they are not reachable, right? Sometimes if they go through, you might not be able to. So I need you to watch this video from beginning to end. So I'm giving you the different options that you are going to need to be able to solve all your problems. So this is the first option. So this phone number, some of these phone numbers are not reachable, and sometimes when they are reachable, you might not be able to get response, get them to pick the call when you do. Now let me dial the first number. Now this is the first number I'm trying to dial now. I don't know if you can see my phone. So let me put it on speaker. So it's telling me that the number I'm dialing is switched off. So that's for the first number. Now you see that sometimes you can get through. Now, from my experience now, I've only been able to reach out to CAC on phone call for maybe 2 times. And it was like a miracle or a magic, right? So I was able to reach out to them, call them, they picked my call, and I spoke to them for about 2 to 3 minutes. And after speaking with them, they were able to pick the call, and they were able to give me an explanation on what I need to do to get my issue resolved. Very, very nice. But the problem is that most of these numbers are not reachable. If they are reachable, they will not pick the call. I'm calling the second number. It's telling me that this number is bad from receiving call. So that means this second number is also not going through. Hang on, and let's quickly go through to make sure that all these phone numbers are working properly. Now, these are phone numbers from their website. So if you go to the CAC website, these are the phone numbers you are going to find on their website. So I want you to also try the number yourself. Now I'm trying the third number so that let's see what is going to show. Okay, the third number is saying the same thing, 09087401599. Okay, let's dial the second number. The third number now. This same customer is also back from receiving calls on this number. So the next number, which is the last one, is the 09087401600. Now it's important for you to be able to, let's see this might go through. If I have it put on my phone. The same issue, it is bad from receiving calls. So you can see that the phone number option mostly is not the best option. Now there's possibility that CAC has found or giving you also option to use other options, but these phone numbers that we got, they are not reachable. So what do you do if you have called? Now, like I told you, sometimes you will call, the number will go through, they might not pick the call. You will try for the next 5 days and you are unable to get through. So the next option I'm giving you, which is one of the best options and it works most of the time, is the email method. Now not just jump through as if okay, you've gotten emails and you are going through to go and send email. Listen and watch this video to the end. Now, each of the emails are specific for specific purposes. If you send the wrong issue to the wrong email, you will not get any response. And if you get a response, they will tell you that they are not in charge of resolving this issue. Now, I'm telling you this because I found myself in that situation whereby I send email to just a particular email address, and then they will get back to me and tell me that this email I've sent this response to is not the correct email, that I need to make sure that I send it to the right email. They will not even provide me most times with the correct email that I'm supposed to send the issue I'm currently going through. So now let's go through one after the other. Now notice this particular C service at cac.gov.ng. I've been having issue with this one. It mostly comes with a return message that tells us that this email is not available right now to send an SMS to because it's full. That means the capacity is full. So for this C service is more or less like whenever you have any customer related issue, general issues, you can send to this. But I stopped using it some few days ago when I noticed that every message I sent through to this email ends up coming back with an error. So I'm adding this email there because it is possible that by the time you are watching this video, this email issue would have been resolved and you'll be able to use it to send your email. So like I'm telling you, this C service, when you have general customer related issues, you can send those issues to C service at cac.gov.ng. And the second email is spu@cac.gov.ng. Now, I've seen many of my students in the past will tell me that, they've seen some certificate have TIN number on it, right? So, for instance, there's a company certificate you see TIN number on it. Now, this is the secret. What we do mostly is that after registration, if TIN number doesn't come with the certificate, what we do is that we download the certificate. Don't forget you have to do this within the span of 7 days, right? So we download the certificate. After downloading the certificate, then we upload the certificate to this particular email, SPU, and make a request that the certificate is not carrying the TIN number, and tell CAC to help us upload or attach the TIN number of this particular company to the certificate. That's the secret, right? This is one of the ways that most people make money from you guys, right? So I believe you've gotten a secret. So you upload the certificate. Now you can upload all the 3 documents, transfer everything to make CAC be sure that you are the one who have gotten this. And I've done this severally, but I just stopped doing it because of some other things. So, but it works all the time. But mostly, you need to make sure you keep checking and make sure you get a response from your email. So once you do that, you'll be able to get CAC to help you attach your TIN number most times. And don't forget, automatically, this is only majorly for business name, right? Though there are some people, they are very lucky that their CAC certificate or business name comes with a TIN number, right? But mostly, there are other things you need to make sure that you take note of, which is very important. Now, as an attachment to this SPU at cac.gov.ng, there is also correct SPU at cac.gov.ng. I don't know why I'm releasing this particular information right now, but I believe a lot of people have gone through so much stress, and it's important for you to be able to get this issue resolved on your own. So the third email is this: correct SPU at cac.gov.ng, right? So if you have any issue relating to the registration that you are going on with, right? So if you have any issue that is related to that, you can send it to this particular email, correct SPU at cac.gov.ng. Now this is for communication purpose, right? So it is very effective that when you send it, once you get your email sent to this particular email, it will be responded to almost within the next 24 to 72 hours, right? Within the next 24 to 72 hours. Now, take note that the SPU normally is used specifically for updates. It's also available. This first one I've given you SPU at cac.gov.ng is also available. This correct SPU is also maybe to help them be able to reach out to as many people as possible. That's why that email is also available. right? So please take note of that because it is very important. The third or fourth email now is same day post at cac.gov.ng. Same day post is specifically for post incorporation processing. So let's say I want to carry out a post incorporation activity and I want it to be ready within the next 24 hours. All I need to do is very simple. I need to just send an email to same day post at cac.gov.ng, and that issue will be resolved, right? That issue will be resolved within 24 hours. Meanwhile, there's a payment that CAC gets, I think 20 to 25,000 when you want to carry out the same day post incorporation process, right? So anything related to post incorporation, send it here, right? Okay. Now the next one is helpdesk at cac.gov.ng. Helpdesk at cac.gov.ng. Now this helpdesk is meant for the situation whereby you are finding annual return. So I've found myself in many situations, right, from experience. So I've registered over, I think right now I should be counting close to 1,000 if not more registration I've done, and post incorporation activity I've done is countless, right? So I don't keep track of those. Now, when you are carrying out post incorporation process and the process is now taking unnecessarily longer than expected. So let's say you're finding annual return, for instance, it's taking you, no, my annual return is acknowledged within 2 to 3 days, right? So it's not taking you 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Once you find yourself in that sort of situation, you quickly go to this particular help desk at cac.gov.ng. On this particular help desk, they will be able to help you resolve the issue very, very quickly, right? So the third email, which is the most important. Now, not necessarily most important, your problem determines which one is most important anyway. Now, for ICT, now I found myself in a situation whereby I'm not able to add director or, for instance, a business name. Now, when you are registering a business name and you just notice that, for instance, you cannot update the director, update the data of the director, or the business name and proprietor rather, and you've tried it separately. So this issue will be directed to the ICT because it's an ICT problem. So that means that anything that relates to the working of the portal must be directed to the ICT at cac.gov.ng. So the portal, maybe your shareholder issue, you're trying to fill shareholder issue is not coming up, you're trying to remove a director or something is not coming up, anything related to the portal, right, to the CRP portal, I think CRP, customer relation portal, right, you make sure you send those issues to the ICT at cac.gov.ng. There are many other emails, right, that I'm not sharing right now, but for this period of time, these are the emails that I think is very important for us to share with you guys. Now the question is that sometimes there are disclaimers, you should take note of this. Sometimes you might want your issue to play with speed. So it means that sometimes you might need contact with maybe somebody in the CAC or something. You might need somebody that you can speak with on phone, right? That will help you reach out to somebody in CAC. That's very easy. All you need to do is send a DM to me. Before you do that, there are also sometimes, mostly this option, it has a disclaimer to it, right? There are offices of the Corporate Affairs Commission in the 36 states and the FCT, but the issue is that most offices don't allow people to visit physically. So, but you can write a letter. So if you have any issue, write a letter, and when you get to the office, drop it at the entrance. They don't allow you to come in. Like, you drop the letter at the office, explaining in details the issues. If you have payment issue, you attach the receipt, you attach the payment invoice, you attach the remitter, everything. Make sure everything you think that is necessary for them to be able to solve the issue is attached to the letter, and then you submit, go to the office. But if you are somebody who is very busy and can't go there, all you need to do is send me a DM, and I can help you do the work around, right? I can take my time, leave where I am now, right now, go to the Corporate Affairs Commission, help you submit those complaints to them, because sometimes these complaints can be very germane, and the fact that I've seen a client whereby they needed the issue resolved in the next 24 to 48 hours, right? So maybe you are processing a visa and you need something to be done very, very fast. So I've helped so many people to work with this. So this is my number, 081693233325. So send me a DM and I'll let you know what it will take for us to be able to work together and get that particular issue